Hello, welcome to 3 at the Back Tuesday show number 4. I'm Ben Kelly. I'm here with Joe Halloran and Jonathan Metcalfe.
Hello.
We are back again for a brand new discussion show. We're here to discuss, first of all, the 3 games of the weekend. As always, Joe, we'll start with you.
Indeed.
Fulham beat you 2-0 at Griffin Park at the weekend.
2-0.
It was Friday night under the lights at Griffin Park, and it was an absolute dreadful show from Brentford.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Gonna take it away with your thoughts.
It was very disappointing after watching them attack fantastically against QPR that they just sort of sat back and let it happen. Essentially, they just went, you know what? They're better than us. They clearly just, and Fulham went out and, all props to Fulham. They dominated. They played extremely well. Their attack was good, and our defence just sat back. Even our attack sat back and just went, we're just going to try and counter attack. But when you've got Scott Hogan, who's a small player, and you're smacking it up to him, trying to win balls against centre backs, he was so lonely up there.
Long balls don't work.
Exactly. It was a complete waste, and it was probably the worst performance I've seen all season. And it was only 2-0, but we haven't got beat that much this season. It was dreadful.
You could tell really in the first 10 minutes, I thought, first 10-20 minutes, because Fulham came racing out the blocks. Yeah. And but, you're struggling at home, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. We're very bipolar. We go out and we dominate a game, and then the next game we don't look the same team. I don't even understand what's happening. We're just constantly switching between playing good and playing bad, and that's the pitfall of a mid-table team.
Well, it's a mid-table side, but it's better than being in a relegation battle.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went to the Wigan game at the weekend, and what a waste of £10 that was.
Oh, because God, I don't even want to.
I turned up bang on kickoff time because I was running to get there.
First exciting 6 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah, I was running to get there, and it was really frustrating after 6 minutes because if I'd just been 5 minutes late, I wouldn't have gone in. They would have been 2-0 down and gone, well, fuck this. I wouldn't have bothered. But it's better than being that.
Yeah.
It's better than having.
We're winning games.
It's better than sacking your manager 15 games in with so long to go, like Wigan have done, and it's better than being in the position a team like Wigan are. Look at Rotherham; they're really struggling. So
we win games, we lose games.
It's the key to any side is consistency. And
we're not consistent.
Not quite there yet, but I think you're well. I think you'll find.
I never expected promotion, so if we just constantly stay in this sort of position, and we can grow as a team, and then we'll get there. So a team like Bournemouth or something like that, where they're a bit of an underdog, and then they'll get a season where they just play extremely well, and they top the league. That's fingers crossed. Anyway,
we'll move on. We'll move on to Sunday afternoon's game, which is Liverpool 6, Watford 1. It puts Liverpool top of the Barclays Premier League.
I can see your face shine. For the
first time since May 2014.
I can feel the salt fall off John.
I slept so well last night. I slept so well knowing that we are above everybody else, and we'll get onto the City game in a minute. We'll get onto why they're there in a minute. But did you watch the game? I
didn't watch the game.
Did John?
I watched a majority of it.
Watched the majority of it. Liverpool are playing some outstanding football. It's just so good to watch, and you know what? It was another goal conceded. It yet again it wasn't a clean sheet, which was the only criticism. But we're just going forward. We're just outstanding. Another 6 scored. I've got to say, despite the goal conceded, we've still got a better goal difference than Arsenal and Man City now. We've scored 30, which is double the amount that Tottenham have scored this season, and we've only scored 5 more goals. We've only conceded 5 more goals than Chelsea. So the whole perception of the defence is still the perception is that it's worse than it actually is. But going forward, it was just outstanding. It could have been 6 at half time. We had several chances before the first goal went in.
Didn't you break a record, the most shots on target ever?
I think so, yeah. Lucas had a great chance from a corner early on. Coutinho put one narrowly wide before the first goal, and then Sadio Mane put in a fantastic header, and from there I think the floodgates were always going to open. And I think it's too early. It is too early. It's only 11 games in, but it is exciting, and it is very interesting. Obviously, Chelsea played very well on Saturday night and battered Everton, and that was a fantastic performance. But it is now very interesting that it's all still to play for. But Liverpool and Chelsea are 1 and 2, and we don't have Champions League football.
Yeah,
and I think that advantage now is starting to come through. City have played in the week, Arsenal have played in the week, Man United have played in the week. Well, Man United won, but I think that advantage. I think overall, I'd still rather have Champions League football, because who wouldn't?
Yeah.
But it's now starting to show in the league. Unlike Man City.
Lovely transition, that.
It is.
That was a lovely transition.
I'll stop banging on about the attacking prowess of the Reds, and we'll move on to
the disappointing
unable to bury chances attack of Man City, who drew 1-1 with Middlesbrough at home at the weekend thanks to a stunning header in the 94th minute. John, your thoughts, please.
I lost it. I'm still laughing.
You summed it up for me, Ben. It can't take chances.
Yeah.
When teams come to the Etihad and they defend like Middlesbrough did so valiantly, we can't score. We can't put the ball in the net.
Should we have a look at the stats? Should we prove it?
Oh, please do.
You had 25 shots and only 7 were on target.
Oh my God, who's up front? Is it Aguero?
Well, Aguero, but he scored. But
he didn't score enough, though, did he?
No.
We make chances for ourselves, but we don't finish them. And the way we make chances involves some fantastic football, but it's no good when you can't.
Who'd you put that down to? Is it literally just Aguero's out of form? But he's not. He's second top goal scorer in the league, isn't it?
It's just they don't take chances. You can't put it down to individual people. And you can't pin it down, I don't think, to... I say you can't pin it down to Pep's tactics. Near to the end, he made a substitution. I think he brought on Nolito for...
I will tell you.
I can't remember who, please do. He brought Nolito for a midfielder, I think. And it's like, you're 1-0 up. Why?
Yeah.
I know you want to play attacking football, but in this situation... And Middlesbrough were coming back into the game. They were looking threatening. Don't do that. Why did you do that?
For 15 minutes to go, you brought off Gundogan for Nolito.
Yeah.
And then you brought on Garcia.
Youngster, isn't he?
Youngster?
Yeah, Alex Garcia.
Garcia for Jesus Navas with 3 minutes to go.
That kind of switches back, but not to the extent that Gundogan...
I'd say Pep has never had a striker who isn't the best player in the world. Obviously, Lewandowski isn't the best player in the world, but he's still...
He's the best player in the world when he's in the Bundesliga.
Exactly.
So
he's probably struggling to have not a player like Messi who is going to put it in the net every single time, so he can create those chances because his tactics are fantastic.
Players like Aguero and De Bruyne should be able to put the ball in the net. You don't have to be Messi's level to put the ball in the net with chances that Aguero got. There was one near to the end of the match, 1-0 up. He gets the ball in the box, loads of space and time, takes a touch, the ball jumps up in front of him, he tries to place it in the top corner and skies it over the bar. And there was another one where it was a lot trickier, mind. Victor Valdez had a bit of a mix-up with the defence. He kind of tried to punch the ball clear and it didn't happen, and there were about 3 bodies in front of the goal, but there was no keeper in the net, and De Bruyne just spooned it over the bar. These are chances you've got to take. I don't care who you're playing. There was always a chance that Middlesbrough could equalise, and they did. And it's 2 points just thrown away. The draws against Everton and Southampton, you think, OK, we were behind in the Southampton game, and the Everton game, that's a good team. But Middlesbrough, at home, when you're 1-0 up with just added time to play, it's just careless. Points thrown away. It is so frustrating after we beat Barcelona in the week.
It puts you third after Arsenal drew. Fortunately for you, I think, Arsenal drew, because you could be behind on them on points as well. Harry Kane salvaged a point for Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby. But, you have lost ground, and I think now, there is a real difference between, as much as you've got Sergio Aguero, who I think is the best player in the league, there is a real difference between Liverpool and Man City, because Liverpool are burying practically every chance they get.
Yeah. Confidence more than anything. It looks like your striker, Aguero hasn't got confidence in front of goal, which is silly.
Confidence after a 3-1 victory over Barcelona?
I don't know.
How just when teams park the bus
John's really annoyed.
I'm very annoyed. When teams park the bus at the Etihad, we can't break them down. We just can't. It's a problem in our game that we need to learn when teams come to defend how to unlock them. You can do it.
We'll move on.
We'll stop your torture, John. It's fine.
Because we've got a real discussion brewing. We've all after a discussion last night. We've all chosen, which is our main feature today. We've all chosen our Premier League best starting 11. What we're going to do is we're just going to discuss our own teams, and then we're going to try and agree on a team between us and have the three at the back Premier League best 11. But something's telling me that's a more difficult task than we're making out. So Joe, do you want to? How do you want to do this? Do you want to?
I go by position.
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel that's the quickest way. Because let's be honest, if you haven't put De Gea, you're a bit of a moron.
Actually, I put Claudio Bravo. I think he makes a superb save.
I put Simon Mignolet.
He's fantastic at making saves outside the box.
So we're happy with De Gea, right? So we're happy with De Gea. What I'm going to do is we'll just discuss. We'll keep going. I'm going to put a graphic up, and then we can.
So right back. I have a feeling we might have a bit of a difference. I've put Bellerin purely. I thought of when I created my team. I sort of thought of myself. You know what the MLS have when they create a franchise? They have a team and they got to wait. It's sort of like I'm creating a team. I'm going to buy the team before I start, and that's what I'm going to have. And I feel like Bellerin, as a youngster, is going to be best for my team.
Well, what I've done is I've kind of gone off form, and what I asked myself when I was putting the team together was, if Barcelona were looking to buy a player from the Premier League in this position right now, who would they go for? And for me, it's Nathaniel Klein.
I don't agree.
Well, believe it or not, Joe,
Bellerin, didn't he?
He has been linked with Barcelona.
I feel like Bellerin's more of a Barcelona player myself. But go on. I'm gonna have your opinion. It's fine.
Because going forward, Klein adds just another dimension to what is already a good attacking Liverpool team. Now, I don't know how he would fare at Barcelona. It's a different style of football, whatever. But I do think that, based on current form, if you were purely Luis Enrique right now, and you were looking at the Premier League's best teams and the best players in those teams, and you wanted a defender to go into you wanted a right back to go in your team, I think Nathaniel Klein will be up there for me. But I'm open to discussion. It's.
I went, unfortunately for me, and I'm disappointed in myself. I went for Antonio Valencia.
Okay.
Attacking wise, he doesn't give you as much as granted Bellerin or Klein does, but defensively, he's the most sound player on that United defence.
Yeah. He pulled some amazing
they've not
tackles.
been fantastic, but they haven't conceded a huge amount of goals. No. And when he does play, statistically, he has some fantastic games. I did get some statistics. I didn't record them because it was on my phone. It was a bit of a panic mode kind of thing. But I think Valencia this season has been one of the most important players for Manchester United when he's played, especially in defence. And like I said, he doesn't offer that much going forward.
But they're struggling defensively. Man United.
I don't think they're struggling that defensively. I think they're struggling going forward more than anything, trying to score goals. I don't think they're struggling that much defensively, and I think more, if it was to be that case, it would be more the centre-backs are struggling, and I think Valencia is just...
Well, who are we going for then? We've all got different picks. I must say,
if I had a second pick, it definitely would be... I was inches away from picking Bellerin. Inches away. A 21-year-old with that pace, he's a very good player.
We'll go with Bellerin, because he does provide plenty of...
I think he's probably the best
plenty
right back in the league.
He's a bit of everything, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
just a bit of everything.
He's quick as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's okay, centre-backs. I've gone for Alderweireld and Koscielny.
Same.
Really?
Yeah. Judged on the best two of the best defence in the league, Toby Alderweireld and Goran Koscielny are the best two centre-backs in two of the best defenders in the league. I think they picked themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, that's... Except from him, who's probably put
He's gone for
Company or someone.
Stones and Company.
Do you want to hear how close I am? I put Koscielny and Vertonghen.
Well, should we just cut our differences and put Alderweireld and Koscielny then?
I looked at the statistics, I looked at the comparisons, and statistically, I think Vertonghen was slightly better.
I was going from a bit of last season as well.
I'm fine with Alderweireld. I was stuck between those two. I was torn between those two. And
I was thinking, yeah, you know what? Alderweireld was fantastic last season. I think he got into the team of the year Premier League. So I was like, he puts.
I think he's the best centre back in the Premier League. Then followed by Koscielny, then followed by Vertonghen. And then you're probably looking at somebody like Company when he's fit.
Yeah.
If Company was fit all the time,
Staffy's been
he would be.
Season,
yeah, but it's a bit early to include him, I think. How do you spell Alderweireld?
I've just guessed. You should see my spelling. I completely butchered it.
Alderweireld. I think.
Yeah, got it. Left back.
I've put Azpilicueta. He plays centre back for Chelsea now.
Is that all three of us? We all put Azpilicueta?
No, I didn't.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, he plays centre back for Chelsea now, but even last season he was
he was playing left back. They've switched this new system, and he's now playing centre back. He's playing the left side.
Overall, I think he's just. There's not a lot of choice really. Like when you're looking at Baines, who's he conceded 5.
Danny Rose.
Yeah, you've put Danny Rose. I was pondering between the two, but Danny
Rose, I just think. Well, I have Valencia on my other side, and I said he doesn't offer you much attacking wise. Rose does, and he also gives you a lot defensively as well. For Tottenham, especially in that defence as well, who one of the best defences in the league. Rose, he puts in blocks, he puts in interceptions, and then he gives you. I
just picked a Tottenham player in Alderweireld, and I was like, you know what, Chelsea have kept 5 clean sheets on the bounce now. So I was like, I think Azpilicueta is a top player. So I went with him. So are we going
Azpilicueta?
Are we going 2 on 1 Azpilicueta?
Well, so far I'm 5 out of 5. I'd just like to say.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
I'm 4 out of 5.
Centre mids, I've gone for Kante and Pogba.
Forgive us of our sins.
Scores 1 screamer against Swansea.
I knew you were going to put Pogba.
You said I've not gone for total form. I've gone for reputation. And at this point, he's not gone into the Premier League yet. He's not fit into the Premier League. Next season, he might be the best centre mid / player in the world. Maybe not.
Okay, right. We've all gone for different ones.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I don't think Pogba's going to fly.
I've gone for Kante. I know he's gone for Kante.
I've gone for Kante.
I've gone for Henderson.
Fuck off.
No. Look at the stats, my friend. The stats do not lie. He is bossing it in midfield. He's gone for Gundogan.
Oh, we're all biased.
We are as well.
We're all biased fucks.
Centre mid is such a hard position to choose.
It is.
Because, I'm
willing to sacrifice Pogba.
20 minutes.
Oh, are you now? You better fucking pick.
Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice him as well.
You're willing to sacrifice into Satan.
I would.
Okay, so you're going to have to fight it out between Gundogan and Henderson. You agreed that the stats don't lie, just like
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to win this argument because I know he had Henderson and changed it. So his initial thought was Henderson.
I didn't want to put Gundogan in because I thought he was a new player, and I didn't really think maybe going into that.
Yeah, he has. He's coming quite well.
I thought, okay, let's have a look. I compared Henderson and Gundogan, and Henderson's stats are fantastic. But he's played about 300 more minutes than Gundogan. Yeah. And
he's not a Man City player.
Gundogan's had more.
It's as simple as that.
Nice one. Gundogan's had 2 more goals, I think. But
Henderson isn't a goal scorer.
No, he's not.
Plus, he scored that screamer at Chelsea, and that's why he's got to
get over it. Pogba scored a screamer.
Gundogan isn't a goal scorer either. He wasn't at Dortmund, but he's scoring goals and. His passing accuracy is fantastic. It's something like 91.3% per game.
Jordan Henderson's made like 1,000 more passes than everybody else this season.
Okay, but are they accurate?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because they're completed passes. Yeah. Okay, no, fair enough. Okay, but what I'd say is Gundogan made 300. It's played 300.
Right, you know what we're going to do, Joe?
Played less games, and therefore.
Who would you have in your team right now, Gundogan or Henderson?
Henderson.
Right, I'm going Kante and Henderson in midfield.
Alright, we'll go for the 3 attacking mids now, 3 attacking players.
Right, go from right to left, Joe.
De Bruyne, Ozil, Coutinho.
Right, I came close to that.
Okay, yeah.
John, right to left.
Mane, De Bruyne, Hazard.
Mane,
I put Mane in and then changed it to Coutinho.
I put Sanchez on the right, Ozil, Coutinho.
So you've not put De Bruyne in?
No, I'm not putting De Bruyne in.
Okay.
I think because I would have De Bruyne central, and I think Ozil's a better player than De Bruyne.
Well, I wasn't really thinking like that. I was just trying to put three midfield.
I was very close to putting David Silva in because I think he's a top player. But so who are we going to go with?
What have you gone for, John?
Right. Well, I went for De Bruyne in the middle instead of Özil because I'm a City fan. Because Özil has scored. I think he scored 3 goals to De Bruyne's 2, which is very close. And Özil has scored more goals. But De Bruyne has the most assists in the league this season with 6. Özil has 1.
Right, okay.
So Wayne Rooney has more assists this season than Ozil, by the way.
Does he? Yeah. So as a central attacking mid, you want someone who's involved in goals. De Bruyne has been involved in 8. Özil's been involved in 4.
I've put De Bruyne and Ozil, but I think
put De Bruyne out
since that,
okay. So since you both, obviously I've only got Sanchez, so I'm outvoted. So since you both initially thought Mane, should we put Mane on the right, De Bruyne in the middle, Coutinho on the left?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
okay. Mane, I can understand why you put Mane, but to be honest, Mane didn't really cross my mind.
Even after he scored all those goals yesterday.
Yeah, I just don't think he's at the same quality.
Yeah.
As Sanchez.
Promising though. Promising.
Yeah. So we'll go De Bruyne.
And then the big boy up front. Who is everyone picked?
Go on.
Diego Costa. Do you not agree?
No.
He's top goal scorer.
I went for Sergio Aguero.
I went for Sergio Aguero.
Because he's absolutely clinical.
He's
top goal scorer.
I'm sorry.
I hate the man. I think Diego Costa's a better player. I'd rather have him.
I don't think he is.
I'm sorry, he's just not. Aguero has the best goals per minutes between goal ratio in Premier League history, above the likes of Alan Shearer and Didier Drogba, who are classed as Premier League legends. He's just sensational. He's absolutely sensational. He's a phenomenon.
Well, I'm not going to jizz all over him like John's done.
I did well against Middlesbrough, though, didn't he?
He got a goal against Middlesbrough, and that's what counts.
Got a goal against Middlesbrough.
But I think, I don't know. I just have him in my team, and if I was going to sign, I think the lack of baggage is also a thing, because even though Costa's
I hate the man.
Costa, I know I've had Suarez in my team in the recent years, but Costa, if I was going to sign one of them, Costa's had a good season and he's not got himself into much trouble, but I just get the feeling there's just a red card waiting to happen at some stage. He had a couple of instances with Martin Skrtel last season where if somebody just winds him up just a little bit, just to get on his nerves and try and put him off, he can just flip out. And I don't want that in my team. I can't be bothered with it. I certainly don't think Jurgen Klopp would want that.
Well,
I don't think Guardiola would stand for that.
He punches kittens. It's a known fact.
Did you know Diego Costa punches kittens?
I want to have someone in my team who punches kittens.
Right, let's cut
out.
We're going to put
Aguero in.
Yeah. Of course,
from a good start, I lost the dressing room.
I kind of picked it up a little bit at the end.
It's looking good.
Well, it's a strong team, so we'll review it. David De Gea, which was a given.
Yeah.
From right to left, we've got Hector Bellerin, Laurent Koscielny, Toby Alderweireld, Cesar Azpilicueta. Sitting in, we've got N'Golo Kante, and Jordan Henderson. And then the front attacking 3, we've got Mane from left to right, Mane, De Bruyne, Coutinho, and then up front Aguero, which I think is a pacey side, it's a lethal side, it's a creative side, and with Aguero, it's just so clinical. So I honestly think that's the best side in the Premier League. So we happy?
Yep.
All right, great.
Fantastic.
Well, we'll wrap it up there then. We're back on Friday with a brand new show. Which is more of a build-up thing. Obviously, we've been doing it in one big block, and now we're gonna, split it into 2 shows. So on Friday, we'll discuss the England international games. We've got a World Cup qualifier against Scotland, and then a friendly against Spain.
Yep.
Spain, and then obviously we'll discuss a few topics. We'll keep it fresh. So thanks very much for listening. Please like and share. If you're new, subscribe.
All that good
great
stuff.
All that good stuff. We've got to thank sillyseason.com. Go and check them out. They're absolutely fantastic. They're doing a bit of advertising for us. So yes, go and check them out. And thanks again for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.